Okay, Ace, hit it.
Well, welcome to our party. We hope to make you smile, at least to leave your problems for a while. There's no need to leave your laptop or even leave the room for the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We're the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We'll play for you like we're sitting in your room. So sip the beverage of your choice and listen to the voice of the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. Well, what a cast of characters we have for you online. Pretty soon we'll have you feeling fine. With bits of Texas wisdom, we'll banish doom from gloom at the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We're the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We'll play for you like we're sitting in your room. So sip the beverage of your choice and listen to the voice of the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. So sip the beverage of your choice and listen to the voice of the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. Thank you,
Ace
sir.
Pounder. Hey, way to go, Ace. Okay, folks. We may not be here in numbers tonight, but we are here in spirit. We got Ace Pounder and Barbe McMillen and yours truly, Harry Hewlett. I think everybody's over at Poor David's Pub or somewhere. They're having a real open mic over there. And there'll probably be a couple more come back over here after a bit. And Barb's having some problems there getting her system all rigged up. I'm not sure what it is. Just that's how it is on Zoom, you know. Ace, why don't you go ahead and play another song?
Sure enough. This is something I've been working on the last couple of days. There are a couple of these that I've been working on. This is really it's kind of driven by the bass. It's more of a bass song than anything else. But I interpreted it for guitar. So this is I've written a couple songs about driving home from work, but anyway, this is called a wet rainy day, nearly night, and this is what my friend Alan refers to as beatnik poetry. So. Where the windshield wipers keeping time as the roads provide the groove. Bounding waves of concrete lines are leading to my love. Cold, wet, constant winter rain seeping to the bone. Tired, wired in my lane, driving my way home. Where the colors smear in drops of red, then are swiftly swept away, replaced by fat pixels of green, and I'm back along my way. The windshield wipers keep the time as the roads provide the groove. Bounding waves of concrete lines are leading to my love. It's a wet, rainy day. It's a wet, rainy day. It's a wet, rainy day, nearly night. Well, grackles perch on electric lines like gargoyles perch in France. Then something stirs and wings a light, and traffic sparks the dance. Cold, wet, constant winter rain seeping to the bone. Tired, wired in my lane, driving my way home. It's a wet, rainy day. It's a wet, rainy day. It's a wet, rainy day, nearly 9. It's a wet, rainy day. It's a wet, rainy day. It's a wet, rainy day, nearly 9. Or something like that.
All
Anyway,
right.
that's the way it sounds on guitar anyway.
I like that.
You
Is
know,
that
just,
new?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
new?
brand new. Brand new.
Brand new.
It's just, you know, driving home and stuff. I wrote the poetry a while ago, but I only did, you know, recently put it together.
Wet, rainy day.
Yeah.
You must have wrote that in the spring.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's true. Isn't that
We
funny?
had a bunch-
Because
bunch of
I
wet, rainy
didn't.
day.
I didn't write that. I finished the music recently.
Yeah, I'll do one. Reverend Jimmy Weaver was a true believer, drank iced tea at the bar, gave praise to his Redeemer. He sat there with his guitar, which I longed for from afar. His eyes found mine like some kind of Christian radar. That guitar made me bolder. A big blonde with round shoulders. He said, "Look away, pray you'll grow older." Jimmy loved to sing the gospel. He lived to praise the Lord. Kept a pistol in his pocket, a Bible in his beat-up Ford. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more. Now, Jimmy was a wheeler, bailed out a sex dealer, took him to church to meet his blessed healer. He was a bondsman and a preacher. To his son, he was a teacher, and as far as the girl, he'd do anything to reach her. She had troubles she couldn't outrun, doings that needed undone. She needed him now. Jimmy came and brought his gun. Jimmy loved to sing the gospel. He lived to praise the Lord. Kept a pistol in his pocket, a Bible in his beat-up Ford. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more. Now Jimmy was disappointed when he learned he was the target. Squeeze the trigger, forgive and never forget. Squeezing that trigger's something he'll never forget. It's too late for mourning. He gives his blessings to the warden, and in his hands he holds the Bible, not the good book you and I know. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more. Jimmy loved to sing the gospel. He lived to praise the Lord. Kept a pistol in his pocket, a Bible in his beat-up Ford. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more. Jimmy loved Jesus, but Jimmy loved trouble even more. We can thank Buck Morgan for that song. I added a word or two to it and recorded it once. And anyway, Jimmy loved Jesus. So, Barb, how you doing there? I guess she can't hear us.
She can't hear us. That's not good.
Wait, hang on here. I'm gonna.
I think she's just turned it on and turned it back off. I'm serious, you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna spotlight you. Oh, here we go. Spotlight for everyone. Here we go. There you go.
Ah, there I am.
Yeah. Aren't you good looking?
No, but the guitar is, you know.
Oh.
I got it.
No, I thought you were admiring yourself.
Oh, no, I'm admiring the guitar. I will say this, my friend. I did get a chance on the last Thursday. I did get a chance to play leads behind a bunch of the guys, and it was really fun. I love to do that. I played an inspired lead to that guitar.
That turned out to be a pretty good video. I don't know if you saw it.
A little bit of it, yeah.
The YouTube version, yeah. Yeah.
That was fun. But next I'm going to bring this guitar, because this is my buddy. Yeah. All right. This is a song I wrote as, well, yeah, let me just tell you how I wrote it. It's weird. I wrote it from the title. For some reason, the title came into my head. And I was sitting with the piano, and I had the thing turned on, so I recorded and I recorded this song essentially, and I added some tracks, you know, and stuff like that. And I thought, you know, this would probably be actually a good song. I mean, it was written as a song. There's another one, by the way, that I've written that I think would be a good song, but I'm going to sneak it to Alexis and see if she'll mess with it. I think she would write something beautiful on top of it, but I tried and I failed miserably. So, but this one, this is. I got to figure out what the rhythm was. Something like that. I do it on the piano with those nice little New Orleans rolls and stuff. When certainty around you seems to fall apart and you don't have the words to say, we must be of courage and abundant heart. There will be another day when overwrought confusion seems to rule the night and angry talk controls the day. Fortify your spirit with a draft of light. There will be another day. There will be another day. There will be another day. Another opportunity to strive for freedom. There will be another day when thunder fear dominates an unsettled sky and storm clouds grow increasingly gray. Remember the storms that have already passed us by. There will be another day. Have little faith in the shape of justice, for your neighbors have a little faith. Take comfort from the faithfulness you see in the helpers. Tomorrow is another day. They might say it's easier to throw up your hands and surrender to come what may. But I appeal to you to join me and make our stands. Today will be, tomorrow is another day. There will be another day. There will be another day. Another opportunity to strive for freedom. There will be another day. There will be another day. Or something like that. It sounds cool with a piano because it's all those big piano rolls and stuff like that.
It sounds cool like that too.
Oh, thank you.
Hang on here. Well, when there's only two of us on here, how did I get myself up there? Oh, replace spotlight. There we go. Only been doing this 5 years or whatever. Cool song. Barbe looks like she's still working on that. I don't know what she's got up there. Probably something simple. It's always something simple, you know. I gave my heart to Jesus, just a little kid. Thought I'd go to heaven no matter what I did. The road was much too rocky, the hills were much too high. Lord help me if I find out I was wrong. Told a woman I loved her, wasn't long we had a child. Told them both I'd be back for them in just a little while. Told myself just keep going, it'd be better all alone. Lord help me if I find out I was wrong. I shot a man in anger, did not know his name. No way I could forgive him, much less know who was to blame. I got down on my knees, said a little prayer. Lord help me if I find out I was wrong. When I get to heaven, when my life is over, when my life is over, I don't know what I'll see. Bright light, long dark tunnel, Jesus reaching out for me. Will it all turn into darkness, or devil in disguise. Lord help me if I find out I was wrong. I gave my heart to Jesus, just a little kid. Thought I'd go to heaven no matter what I did. The road was much too rocky, the hills were much too high. Lord help me if I find out I was wrong. Lord help me if I find out I was wrong. Thank you very much.
That's a great song. I mean, it really is.
If I can ever learn to play it.
Hey, there's certain things that, despite the fact that everybody thinks that everything has to be smooth and well-rounded, sometimes a little emotional coming through is a good thing. But yeah. I'm just an old guy from Pittsburgh. What do I?
You're just an old guy from Pittsburgh. Yeah. Yeah, well, you've been around though. I mean, you lived in Missouri.
Oh yeah.
That had to affect you somehow.
Oh, it did. It did. It was wonderful. I found out, that mushrooms don't come out of a can and stuff. We had. There's these people we used to do a lot of work for. They were dairy farmers, and they had. And so one time, just as appreciation, they had us over for dinner, and they were, I don't know the word for it, I know, mycologists maybe, I don't know. But anyway, they were experts in mushrooms, and so they did the dinner was like all these different kinds of mushrooms. It was fantastic. I've never had anything like it. But, they were quick to say, don't try this at home, Don't go around your yard and pick some mushrooms and think
might poison yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Hunting mushrooms was a big deal up in Kansas City and Missouri, that whole area up there. Everyone, and they have morel mushrooms.
Yeah, those are great.
They didn't make a sandwich out of them.
Yeah.
And they'd go out in the woods and find them. They knew how to pick them. I'd probably mistake them for cow patties or something.
Exactly. No. That's why I said, do not try this at home. No. Yeah.
But anyway, last song.
All right, I'm gonna do. Since I got this guitar out, I'm gonna do some of the songs that I wrote specifically for this. And this one. This one I particularly like. This is What's So Wrong with Being Sentimental. And I guess what's so wrong with being sentimental? What's so wrong with humming soft and sweet? Why not let emotions elemental bubble up and sweep you off your feet? What's so wrong with being sentimental? What's so wrong with listening to your heart? Isn't love the deepest fundamental? The atomic force that won't let us drift apart. I understand the inevitable objections. We all live in such unsentimental times, where crass and coarse brutalities and fashion, and all that counts is the gloating of the bottom line. So, but what's so wrong with trying to find an almost forgotten state of mind? What's so wrong with being sentimental? Why not engage in the joys of emotional ties? What's so wrong with being sentimental? There's nothing wrong with the love I see in your eyes. A little sentimental ditty for you.
That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Make me sentimental. Here's a sentimental one for you. There's a lady out there at White Rock Lake. Lother Road was dark and crooked. Moon was in the trees. I saw her in my headlights. She was looking straight at me. I stopped to try and help her do anything I could do. Her sheer white dress was dripping wet. Moss was on her shoes. Have you heard the story about that haunted place? Story of the girl they call the Lady of White Rock Lake. She said, my boat turned over. Give me a ride, sir, if you will. I live with my father up on top of Teepee Hill. Her voice began to falter. I helped her with the door. Halfway to the top was just a puddle on the floor. Have you heard the story about that haunted place? Story of the girl they call the Lady of White Rock Lake. At the top I saw a mansion. A man was standing there. I told him what had happened. A cold chill filled the air. He said, son, I had a daughter. Is this some kind of joke? You're the third guy to say he's seen her since she drowned 3 weeks ago. Have you heard the story about that haunted place? Story of the girl they call the Lady of White Rock Lake. Now this story is a strange one. Some facts, they just don't jive. No girl has drowned in White Rock Lake since 1945. I googled up that that spot exactly where she said she lived. There ain't nothing but a playground up on top of T.P. Hill.
That's wonderful. I love the final. I love the final twist that you've talked to this guy and that he's not real either. Just, holy crap!
It's just you're in the twilight zone or somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's why that's kind of the same story that they tell. I kind of had to twist it a little bit,
Well, yeah,
But there was an article in the paper, and it's a long time ago. But this couple was driving along the lake, and this girl was all wet and everything alongside the lake and needed to ride. And they picked her up, and she asked them if they would take her home. And she told them where she lived, and along the way up there somewhere, the guy looked in the back seat, and there wasn't nothing but a puddle of water there.
Wow.
And he went up and talked to the guy. I forget how the story ended, but it was spooky.
Yeah.
And anyway, play a song.
All right, this was prompted by today we were going down the driving down the alley, and I saw my first of many to be zucchini blossoms. So this is a song I wrote the last time zucchini time came around, about my deep appreciation of my neighbors' efforts as would-be farmers, but on the other hand, enough is enough, So I don't know. This year, I don't know if it'll be zucchini or something, but there'll be one of my neighbors or another who's growing whatever it is and will give more of it than I can possibly consume. So anyway. Each autumn time in suburbia, it's a well-established fact. The neighbors and their gardens are gonna give some back. And while we all do thank them and their agricultural cheer, there is only so much produce that one can use in any year. So enough with the damn fresh zucchini. There's no room in our cupboards or bins. And while we celebrate your neighborly efforts, we must say no more, my friend. I just can't eat no more salad. For roughage I do not lack. So enough with the damn fresh zucchini. I'm gonna start sending it back. Oh yes, I do love tomatoes, but not by the ton or the gross. And cutting it down to a bushel each week is still not even close. I regret when I said I like garlic, but the vampires now pass us by. I'm afraid to tell Frank I like apples. We'll be living on apple pie. Well, enough with the damn fresh zucchini. There's no room in our cupboards or bins. And while we celebrate your neighborly efforts, we must say no more, my friend. It's true, they'll be there.
Yeah, you're talking about all that zucchini and stuff. Out there in West Texas, they had to drill wells to get water, for irrigation and stuff. My daddy was he was a diviner. I mean, a real
with a rod and everything.
yeah, and he'd take the green fork of an elm, you know, and he discovered he could do that. He thought he had electricity in his body or something. But anyway, he was just kind of different that way, and he couldn't wear a watch. Every time he put on a watch, he'd stop running, and he thought he had electricity in his body. You know. But these farmers was looking for anything to tell them where to drill the well. I mean, it's 6 feet on either direction, you might miss the spot. And Daddy was good at it, but he wouldn't charge anybody. These guys would come from miles around, and he'd come home with a whole pickup full of watermelon or pickup full of corn or whatever. And we always had stuff. I mean, we had our own garden, pretty big garden ourselves. But farmers, they are proud of what they grow. And if they got a good garden or a good crop or whatever, they're going to make sure that people can enjoy it, because there's so much of it's wasted, you know. Like,
oh yeah, that's the thing. You don't want to waste it.
And you know, like a lot of farmers that really take a lot of pride in their peach trees. They'd have one little spot out there. They might have 5 acres of peach trees or something, and they'd want everyone to come out and get all the peaches you wanted. It's fun. I'd love to have some of that fresh fruit like that. Now you go to the grocery store and it's all been changed genetically, you know. And the cantaloupe used to be so good, and now it tastes like sweet potato or something. It's almost that hard. They've ruined cantaloupe. Anyway, I'll do a song. It's my kids here. Looks like Barb's still over there working. Let's see here. Yeah, I made you a co-host. We're all co-hosts tonight. If you want to do something with that screen. Okay. Oh, I'm going to do this. Tahoka Daisy. That's Tahoka Lake there behind me. Yeah. Little old Playa Lake out there in West Texas. They actually discovered this flower, Tahoka Daisy, growing over there. It's about a mile from where I grew up. And you can order Tahoka Daisy seeds. I ordered some and planted them, and I couldn't get them to grow here in Dallas for some reason. I was doing them wrong. I probably gave them too much water. I met that little yellow rose way down in Texas, don't you know? Rosie never did a thing for me. 'Cause Texas has another flower. I think about her every hour. Her beauty's fresher than the morning breeze. So take me up just south of Lubbock to that place where we both grew up. She's the prettiest flower I've ever seen. I'm talking about Tahoka Daisy. She's the one who drives me crazy. Tahoka Daisy, you're the gal for me. Tahoka Daisy, I love you. Tahoka Daisy, I'll be true. And like that little blossom of purple and gold, I know our love will always grow. Tahoka Daisy, you're so sweet. You got me on my knee. Tahoka Daisy, you're the lady, and will you marry me? I said I met that little yellow rose, blue bonnet with her turned up nose. They didn't do a thing for me. 'Cause Texas has another flower. I think about her every hour. Her beauty's fresh in all the ways that she knows how to please. So drop me off just south of Lubbock. All my exes you can call up. She's the prettiest flower I've ever seen. I'm talking about Tahoka Daisy. She's the one who drives me crazy. Tahoka Daisy, you're the gal for me. Tahoka Daisy, you're the lady, and will you marry me? Here it is, Tahoka Daisy.
Now, all you need is a Tahoka Daisy annual beauty contest.
You know, they may have some kind of a contest. I don't know.
Well, if they do, you've got to send it to them.
The county seat in Lynn, it's in Lynn County. The county seat in Lynn County is Tahoka. That's the name of the town, Tahoka. And there's this Playa Lake out there between Wilson, where I grew up, in Tahoka, and that's where that flower grew. But there's several little places down there where see, it's close to what they call the breaks. You know, where the South Plains ends and then it starts going down.
Right,
to the Rio Grande, which is like a couple 100 miles away. But Tahoka Daisy, and then I met a girl one time. Her name was Daisy. She was from Tahoka, and I was kidding her about being Tahoka Daisy. And 50 years later, when I decided that I could write a song, I wrote that song, Tahoka Daisy.
And she's looking for you still.
I never dated her or anything. I think I only met her one time. It's just kind of a casual kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so it's a girl song with a flower metaphor, or a flower song with a girl metaphor. It's whichever way you want to look at it.
Whichever way, yeah.
Dual purpose. There you go. Uh-oh. Hey, you don't want me on there. You want yourself on there. Did you do that?
I did that. Hold on.
Can you get yourself? There you go. Okay.
Can't always get it right, just... All right. Well, this, we're talking about some of the songs that have gotten some attention on whatever that's called. It's not GarageBand. I keep it. Anyway, this is one of them. This they seem to like this song, so I'm going to, because they like it, I figure...
Broad Jam,
right.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, this is very popular on Broad Jam. Well, I woke up in the morning with a feeling of dark warning, an existential cloud around my head. And before I fell to sadness, I remembered what my dad said. He said, if you don't know, go straight ahead. Go nowhere but straight ahead, he said to me. Drop the bowline, fix your cap, and get out the lead. If you think you're going nowhere, get up on your feet. Go nowhere but straight ahead. There's so much temptation to stew in a situation that you should leave ASAP. But don't just look down at your shoes when you've got the blues. Use them to stride and be free. Go nowhere but straight ahead, he said, my friend. Stick your die line, stick your cap, get out the lead. If you think you're going nowhere, get up on your feet. Go nowhere but straight ahead. So let's stand up together and laugh at the weather, whether metaphoric or real. And before we give in to cynicism, have faith in ancient wisdom. Go ahead, live, and be free. Go nowhere but straight ahead, he said to me. Drop the bow line, fix your cap. Get out the lead when you think you're going nowhere. Get up on your feet. Go nowhere but straight ahead. Oh, song of encouragement. We all need encouragement sometimes. I don't mind saying I encourage myself now and then. So.
Well, you've been writing some good songs. You've been really prolific lately.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know where this song came from, except maybe somewhere back in the 1960s. You know, just because of the chords. If you think you're ever gonna want me, if you think you're ever gonna need me, if you think you'll ever think about me, if you think you'll ever wanna make love to me, if you think you're ever gonna miss me, if you think your world could end without me, if you think you're gonna love me now. Love me now. Love me now, love me now. My mind said, we'll never have her. My heart said, but I can wait forever. Then I said, we're gonna give her one last chance. If you think you're ever gonna want me, if you think ever gonna need me, if you think you'll ever think about me, if you think you'll ever wanna make love to me, if you think you're ever gonna miss me, if you think your world could end without me, if you think you're gonna love me now. Love me now. Love me now. Love me now. Said we'll never have her. My heart said, but I can wait forever. And I said, we're gonna give her one last chance. If you think you're ever gonna want me, if you think you're ever gonna need me, if you think you'll ever think about me, if you think you'll ever wanna make love to me, if you think you're ever gonna want me, if you think your will could end without me, if you think you're gonna love me now. 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 And I call that Love Me Now. Love me now.
There I am.
But,
right.
and a lot of people, they request that song. They say, play that song if you think. And I ain't named that song.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I should probably name songs after whatever the hook or chorus is.
Well, yeah, but it's got, well, anyway.
Oh, it's a great song. By the way, I want you to know that there was a very high-quality lead part going on here.
I bet there was.
Getting inspired.
A shame we can't play in sync on these things.
I know. It is frustrating. It really is. All right, I'm going to do this one. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little tired. I wouldn't mind having an early evening call.
Okay,
here,
well, why don't you do one, and they'll.
And you be Alan.
I'll be Alan, except I can't do his song, but I'll play a song. I'll do Everclear, and that'll be it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That's the spiritual side of all this.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people I've told about that song. That's always, and it always gets the same reaction.
Everyone remembers Everclear, you know. They didn't drink much of it, but it didn't.
No, you never drink much of it.
Only takes one
Because the
sip.
people who drank too much of it are dead now, so, yeah, right. We know that we didn't drink too much because we're still alive to talk about it. All right, this is one of the other ones that's got attention on Broad Jam. This is, I know you like this song, Harry, even though it uses a bit of profanity, but I think it's profanity in the artistic context of the whole thing. So, but it was on the top 10 of what they call it, honky tonk songs. I guess this is what it is. I really hadn't thought of it that way. I thought of it as Texas swing, but what do I know? I'm just some guy. Well, you ask me how I'm doing. I say better than before. The corporate crazy grime is washed away. And since I have some free time to remember who I am, let me drop you a message and say we're still alive and living in Texas. Here's a picture in the backyard with the dogs. We're still alive and living in Texas. Just old folks living high on the hog. They said it would be boring, we'd sit and watch around TV. But there's so much more to that than being free. We're into new adventures, but we miss the ones we love. So join us on vacation and see. We're still alive and living in Texas. Here's a picture in the backyard with the dogs. We're still alive and living in Texas. Just old folks living high on the hog. Working for the man was uninspiring. I felt as though my soul was stuck in chains. Dealing with the whims of corporate stooges who everybody knew had shit for brains. But we're still alive, living in Texas. Here's a picture in the backyard with the dogs. We're still alive and living in Texas. Just old folks living high on the hog. Just old folks living high on the hog. Just old farts living high on the hog.
I like that.
Apparently other people do too, so it's cool.
You know, I think I told you this, but you know, another expression for living high on the hog, you hear it quite frequently out in West Texas. Oh, that old boy, he's cutting a fat hog in the ass.
I have never heard.
You never heard that?
I thought you were going to go with high cotton and
no. If you're living high, if you're cutting a fat hog in the ass, man, you're getting the best cut right there. You know, he's cutting a fat hog in the ass. If you want to put that in there somewhere, I
think that the decency police might have a little trouble with that.
Hey, man. Barbe, can you hear us? This is gonna be the last song, unless you get together. We can't hear you, but anyway, this will be the last song. Want to thank everybody. My name's Harry Hewlett, and that right there, that guy beside me, that's Ace Pounder. And then I don't think you can see Barb. We're gonna put Barb back in the window here.
Yeah, she's the best looking one.
Barb's been working on her system. She was going to sing us some songs. She hadn't figured it out. She's been doing what she's doing right there all night long. She's got a problem. It's her digital exchange board there.
Yeah. That'll do it.
Yeah, if she gets it together, we'll let her play a song. But do this. This song, this is what we was talking about. It's called Everclear. One little drink. It'll warm you up. One more, it's one too much. It looks like water. It has no taste. Cross your eyes, fall on your face. There's never been no stronger stuff. 109 is proof enough. You better read that label. The warning's clear. When you get drunk, don't get drunk on Everclear. It'll melt your cup, your plastic spoon. Strike a match, it goes boom. When you wake up down on the floor, it'll melt your name off your front door. There's never been no stronger stuff. 109 is proof enough. You better read that label. The warning's clear. When you get drunk, don't get drunk on Everclear. There's never been no stronger stuff. 109 is proof enough. You better read that label. The warning's clear. When you get drunk, don't get drunk on Everclear. She took my house. She took my car. She took my dog, my job, my old guitar. She took my dog. I can't remember its name. Purple Jesus on my brain. There's never been no stronger stuff. 109 is proof enough. You better read that label. The warning's clear. When you get drunk, don't get drunk on Everclear. Your life will suck if you get drunk on Everclear. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. This has been a public service announcement. Thank you very much. Barb, can you communicate? Okay, well, you're gonna have to wave goodbye. This is gonna be it.
Next time. We'll see you soon.
I said it was fun.
Oh, indeed.
It was fun.
Thanks, buddy.
Tell Suzanne howdy, and
I will.
Thanks, everybody, and we'll see y'all next week. Do this all again. Bye, Barb.